Hi, hello everyone, and welcome to my Pilates workout with a chair. We're going to be doing some really fun stuff today, a little bit more adventurous than we've done previously in some of the bits and bobs. And you're going to need a chair. It doesn't need to be as big as mine. Mine's quite a big dining room chair, it's quite hefty. But you do need something reasonably sturdy because we're going to be standing on it and things like that. I've got a padded cushion on my chair, so I don't need a cushion. But if you have a wooden or a plastic chair without like a pad on it or something, you're going to need some support from a cushion because we're going to be doing some stuff kneeling on it and leaning on it where you're going to need a little bit of padding. So I'll always shout you when you need your cushion, but we're going to start off just sitting on the chair. So if you want to sit on the cushion you can, or just sit on it normally and just have the cushion handy to the side. Make sure you've got your chair on a non-slip surface. So, because we're going to be putting force through that chair and you don't want it to be scooting away from you. So I've got mine on a non-slip mat. If you have a yoga mat or anything like that handy, that would be fabulous because that's really going to help. So make sure you've got your water with you. We're going to need to stay hydrated. And we're going to go for it. So here we go. Come and sit on your chair. And what I want you to do is just scoot to the front a little bit and sit nice and tall. So you want to feel your sit bones under your bottom. If you're not sure, just move the flesh a little bit away from your bottom and have a feel, and you should feel a couple of bony bits under your bum. And we're just going to reach up tall with the ears, open the collarbones wide and get that feeling of flowing your breath and allowing the body to move with the flow of the breath. So breathing in wide and deep to the ribs and releasing, just melting those abdominals down. So hello everyone who's joining. Come and join in, do some breathing with me. Big breath in, wide and deep to the ribs. And exhaling, we're just getting that gentle connection around the ribs, around the hip bones, and a little bit of connection into that pelvic floor. And we're going to go and lovely big breath in. Stay tall through the spine, and as you exhale, get that wrapping around feeling as you're keeping lovely and tall through the body. Good work, everyone. Now, I want you to mobilise the feet a little bit today. So let's do some toe wiggles. So also, for these exercises that we're doing, basically it would be better if you had no socks, so bare feet, or if you've got those gripper toe socks. Because even if you've got like the grippy socks that are with the grips on the bottom, unless they're quite tight, the sock can slip around a foot and you want to have a nice firm surface to work on. Hi guys. Okay, now let's do some toe wiggles. So just wiggling those toes, give them a good wiggle. And they might feel a bit stiff initially, but we're going to do a little bit more work with our feet to warm them up later on. So try wiggling from baby toe to big toe, and then try wiggling from big toe to baby toe. It's really hard. So let's just go baby toe to big toe to baby toe. And then just what I want you to do now is keep the heels on the floor and just move those feet in and out. So we've got the heels down and I'm just keeping my feet sort of dorsiflexed, flexed up towards toes towards the shins. And now I'm going to put my toes down and move my heels. So we're going to get a little bit more work through that ankle joint. Toes are on the floor and heels are moving in and out. And just at the moment, we're breathing in and out. Breathe to stay alive. Keep breathing for me. Good job. Now, just let those feet move around. They can go forwards and backwards, side to side. Wiggle the toes, move the heels, move the balls of the foot. And then we are good for the moment because we're going to do some more toe wiggling and things later on. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of a hip hinge to stand exercise. This is a really nice one to work on thigh strength and glute strength. So I'm going to swizzle my chair around so you can see me, but you guys can stay facing forwards. I'm going to move that back a little bit. Good, so again, you want to sit right at the front of your chair, pretty much, to the point where you can sit on it and it's secure without tipping forwards, okay? And for this one, I wouldn't use a cushion because it will slip. Okay, just the chair. We want to have the legs about bone distance apart, so not too wide. You're going to plant the feet on the floor, and the feet are about lined up with my knee here. So I've got this really sort of 90 degrees at the hips going up and 90 degrees at the hips going forwards. And I'm lovely and tall on my chair. I just want you to do a little hinge stop to first start off with. So the arms are reaching forwards, and reach those ears up to the ceiling and stay lovely and tall in the spine. As you breathe in, I'm just a little bit of a hinge and bring it back. So we're keeping the spine quite straight and just hinging forwards from those sit bones and hinging back. You could actually do this on an inhale or an exhale, whatever feels good for you. I'm going to go with an exhale now, so I'm just going to hinge, bring it back tall. Last one, just a little bit of a hinge. Now we're going to have a little hinge, we're going to have a go at a bum lift. So make sure your feet are planted firmly on the floor, and again, we really don't want those feet to be any further forwards than the knees. So lining up, we hinge, shift our weight and lift the bum and bring it back. Keep that lovely tall spine and lift and bring it back. Just a couple more like this. So you're going to hinge, little bum lift, bring it back. One more. Little bum lift, bring it back. Now we're going to go into our squat. So we're going to come up, stand, lower, bring it back. Exhaling up and inhale to reach back. Hinge, press, lift, hinge, lower and release. Hinge, lift up and inhale down. So nice long slow breaths. Big exhale. Power through and power it back down. Last one here. Nice big exhale. Up. Now we're going to lower that butt and we're just going to tap the chair. Tap the chair. Tap the chair with your butt. 4. Little exhales. 3, 2, 1. And down with those thighs, a little rub. Good. So you can have a few more goes of doing your hip hinge to stand if you're feeling a little bit wobbly today, just having a go at that. Otherwise, if you want to challenge, we're going to do it on one leg. So, one leg stays on the floor. For this one, you might want to bring your legs in a tiny bit closer, so they're more lined up with the sit bones of the body rather than the hip bones out here. And we're just going to float one leg off the floor. Exactly the same breath, same movement. We're going to make sure that we've got this nice and sturdy. Other foot's floating, so we're going to hinge and little lift. Bring it back. Nice big exhale. It's going to feel a bit more wobbly because we're on one leg now. We've got 3 more if we can. 3, bring it back. 2, hinging back, and last one. Little star, bring it in, bring it back. Let's do the other side, so you can mess around with it if you want to, like I said. Nice tall body, everybody, and we're just floating that other leg up. Carry on doing both legs if you want to. Reach forwards, ears to the ceiling. Inhale to prepare. Make sure your foot feels nice and secure on the floor. Exhale, hinge and lift. Inhale, we control that return. 4 more. Hinge and lift. Back down with that control. So hinge forwards and lift. Bring it back. I wasn't concentrating then. Last 2. My Pilates principles: concentration, control, balance, centering, precision, and breath. You need all of them with this exercise. Okay, great work, everyone. Now, let's have a little go at doing our stretches a little bit more. So what I'm going to have you do is come up to standing, and we're going to open up the hip. Now, if your legs don't go up that high, then what you can do is just have a little stretch on the floor here while we're doing a stretch on the chair, but it does feel quite lovely. So in a slight bit of lateral rotation, not too crazy, just a little bit of out turning from the hips, so we're feeling those glutes turn on a little bit as we rotate the thighs outwards. Place the foot on the chair, and it's not dead in the centre unless you're a bit further back. So the leg on the chair is going to be slightly further forwards than the leg on the floor, so we've got this nice easy position for the pelvis to work in. Lovely out, stretched arms, reach tall through the ears, and we're just going to take a little exhale. Lovely stretch. And we're also getting a fantastic work through the knee joint, through the ankle joint, and it's up to you. If you can take the knee all the way to the back of the chair, can we do that? Just about. And bring it back. But if your hinge is there, That is absolutely fine. And if your foot is on the floor, that is fine too. Breathing out, breathing in, stay really tall for me. We're going to do one more. Nice stretch. And bringing it back. And that should feel really quite lovely. So we're going to turn that round. And again, just take time to find your position so that it feels good for you when you do your movement. I've got the legs turned out and we're feeling lovely and tall. And again, I've got my back leg slightly behind my front leg. My foot feels secure on the chair. Reach the arms wide. Exhaling. One side's always a little bit tighter than the other side, isn't it? So this is my tight side. And I'm just going to take it easy for the first couple. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to ease that hinge, keeping the feet nice and flat, the toes don't curl. Reach, and I just about made it to the chair. Good. Let's do a couple more, and again, just taking this where you feel good. As you're exhaling, remembering we're getting that support from the abdominals, we're getting the lift through the core and tallness through the ears. And last one, just because it feels really good. Great work. Now, swizzle your chair around because we're going to do a little bit of standing footwork. And we want to have some support from the chair. So again, my chair is quite high, yeah? You don't need to have the chair that high. So if you're thinking, oh, my chair isn't that position, it doesn't matter. Let's start with the legs together. So the legs are adducted, pulled in together. The toes are together and the knees together. And I want you to have a little focus on your inner thighs and your bottom. As we're rolling up and down through the toes, let's have a little go now. Big exhale for me. I'm going to roll carefully up. I want you to feel your inner thighs work harder so that you're avoiding the toes or the knees rolling out. So if we zip up with the inner thighs and the glutes, so adduct glutes, adductors, energy through the big toes and roll through the centre of the foot. We're really waking up those intrinsic foot muscles. So we're going to do a little bit more. Let's just do 5 more of these. Nice and slow up. 5. Slowly down. And for 4, control that roll. Because we've got some support, we can really control it and concentrate on the feet and the movement rather than trying to think too much about the balance. So let's get that connection. That's 2. That's 1. Bringing those ankle bones in together. And you might have had a little bit of clunking and clicking in the feet. Just as long as it didn't hurt, give them a little wiggle. Now I'm going to turn the feet out. So thinking Charlie Chaplin feet, I'm rotated outwards from my hips and now my toes are apart. So getting that feeling of, again, creating length and space through the body. We're just going to roll the heels up again. It's going to feel quite different because we've rotated the legs out, but you're still working that lovely intrinsic feeling of the muscles, getting a little bit more work through your glutes and adductors now. So rolling out for me towards the ball of the foot, bring it down, lovely big out breath. Bring it back in. 3 more for 3. And back. And 2. And down, and we're just going to have 1 more here. Exhaling up for 1 and bring it down. Now keeping the heels together, we're going to go into a little knee bend. So this is like a little plie. Inhaling to come down, keep the heels firmly on the floor and only go down as far as you feel comfortable going with keeping the heels on the floor. And then exhale to really zip those thighs in, and I want you to press through the foot, especially the heels and the toes, to get that feeling of connection. So we're going to inhale. Now press down, feel the glutes, feel the inner thighs pull in. Feel those thighs working. And again, we're going to do 3 more. Big breath in. And up for 3. Really getting those thighs working. And power through those heels for 2. Feel your adductors zip in together, so inner thighs drawing in nice and tightly. And 1. Now we're going to inhale down, roll the heels up with an exhale, come up tall, lower the heels, bend the knees, roll up for me, come up tall, lower the heels, bend the knees, roll it up, bring it up tall, lower it down, one more set, bend it here, roll through the feet, come up tall and lower it down. I'm going to reverse that. So we're going to roll up, bend your knees, roll those heels down and power through your feet, up onto the toes, bend the knees, roll the heels down, power through the feet. And at this point, I know I haven't mentioned it, but we are still breathing. So up we go, bend, roll and lift. Just as long as you're breathing, we're doing good. Lift, bend those knees, roll the heels down. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to do 5 rolls out. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, my thighs were loving that. Quite shaky. Okay, now we've warmed up everything. Those feet and thighs should be feeling a nice bit warmer. We're going to go straight into a little bit of kneeling work on the chair. So we're going to swizzle the chair around for me. And this little bit of work feels really good. It's a lovely bit of thigh and hip strengthening. So really strengthening this pelvic girdle area into the side of the thighs, the glutes, and of course the core. So for this one, you will need your pillow because we're going to be kneeling on the chair. And what I want you to do is just stand nice and tall, and I want you to just gently reach the leg forward. So you're going to exhale, reach that leg forwards, inhale down. Exhale, reach the leg back, inhale down. And again, nice big exhale, and lower, and reach it back. Good. Now as you exhale, feel the abs connect, feel the ears reach up to the ceiling. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just taking the leg to the side for me, just for 8 counts here. 8, stay as super tall as you can. 7, 6, 5. We want to really avoid that temptation to move with the legs. So really opening up for 4, staying connected for 3. Nice big exhale for 2. Use your out breath and we're going to reach. We're going to hold it here. Let's add little pulses. 8, 7, 2, and 1, and down. Good. So now we're going to do a little bit of a climb on the chair. So you need to actually climb onto your chair. And we're going to have the knees apart. So again, I'm in lateral rotation. I've turned my thighs out. My heels are together, so I'm in like a little bit of a frog position. And I'm going to take all the support on my back leg. So this is my front leg, this is my back leg, and I want to rotate this front leg. So I've got all my support on my back leg. Take support from the chair, stay tall, and we're just going to rotate into that leg. So nice tall support here, and we're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, take that straight onto your other side. Find a reasonably comfy position for that knee on the cushion. Starting really tall, and again we want that feeling of length and height through the body as you move the leg, and avoid that temptation to rock with the leg. Only take the leg as high as you can stabilize your movement. So let's take a breath in to prepare. Start your exhale and connect your core before your movements. There's a little bit of a delay, so we're going, then lift, down we go, back and lift, and forwards and down. Nice big exhale and back. Really controlling the movement, focusing on your bottom and your thighs as they move. 4 left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take the leg to the side. Make sure you still feel secure on your chair. Keeping the body tall, use your out breath, and again we're going to start that breath just a little bit before your movement. Go ahead and stretch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to hold and pulse, everybody. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1, and down. So we're going to go for our climb. Climb on the chair. Make sure you're okay on your cushion if you've got one. And we're just ever so slightly rotated, and we've got the weight onto the back leg, and we're taking support from the back of the chair as well. Heels are together. You're going to squeeze those heel bones together a little bit. We're going to rotate that knee up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep really tall for me. Lovely tall posture. 4. Avoid the temptation of looking down. So I want you to keep that real big height for me. Last 2. Last 1. We're going to hold and pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Great job. Okay, now taking ourselves into a little bit more of a stretch. This should feel lovely. Move the chair so you've got the whole length of your mat, because we're going to be doing like a little plank pike stretch. So placing the hands either side of the chair, and I've got my hands sort of slightly sideways. You can have them totally forwards, but it's quite nice to sort of grip into the side of the chair here. It's whatever position feels comfortable for you. When we're doing this movement, I want you just to think about this real openness across your collarbones. And throughout the movements, we're keeping the head lengthened forward. So we want that opposition from the head to your bottom, creating that long line. Here we go. Step back a little bit, and then we're just going to hinge into that. Keep the back really straight, and that should feel lovely. Stay there, take a big breath in. As you exhale, keep the heels on the floor. We're going to push the hips forwards, and we get a fabulous calf stretch here. Keep lifting the breastbone forwards and open up the collarbones. And then if we bend those knees slightly, get a little bit of soleus in there as well. Press it back to gastroc, and then reach that bottom away. And just keep your breath flowing for me. Also making sure your chair is straight is a good idea. Have a nice big breath in. And let's just take it forwards again. Keeping the heels on the floor again, just to create a bit more stretch. Activate your glutes. So we're not squeezing them, we're just shrinking them up into your pants. Keep the collarbones wide, and I can feel a fantastic stretch through my calves. Then I'm going to let my heels roll off a tiny bit, and then take that back into my pike. Lovely big breath in here. Now, I'm going to have a little go at your plank, so you might want to take a tiny step back, so we've got plenty of space for this. Breathing in wide to the ribs. My feet are about hip distance apart, they're not too close together, so I've got lots of support. Exhaling to hinge forwards, and now I'm going to allow my feet to roll towards the ball of the foot, but I'm still sending energy back through those heels. Lift the breastbone and draw the ribs in underneath you, lifting through the spine. Stay there to breathe in. And we're going to take it back. Inhaling. Exhale, reach forwards for me. Open your collarbones. Create length through your spine, reaching your ears and your heels in opposite directions. Let's keep that openness. Imagine shining a light from your chest forwards. We're going to stay here to breathe. And then we're taking it back. Now we can add a little bit more to this as always. So we're going to add a little press up. So we're going to exhale to hinge forwards. Inhale to bend the elbows. Exhale to press it up. And inhale to lengthen it back. Nice and slow and steady. Lots of breathing for me, everybody. Exhaling to come forwards. Inhale, we bend. Exhale, we press. Inhale to lengthen back. And again, let's go for it. Exhale to hinge forwards. Lovely long line. Inhale to bend. Exhale to press. Bringing it back. We just got one more. Big breath in here, everybody. Exhale to hinge forwards. Inhale to bend. Exhale to press. And we're going to take that back. Nice work. Okay, come on down to your knees. And for this next one, again, if you've got a hard chair, you'll probably need your cushion. And as it's warming up in here, I think I'm going to take a layer off as I'm getting warm with this workout. So We're in this position here and we want to come onto our forearms. So like I said, if your chair's hard, you want to have that support under your arms. I'm going to make fists with my forearms. And I'm going to push down into the chair like this. And I'm going to tuck those toes. And you want to create this really long line through your spine. So we're really pulling in with the belly muscles. So feeling this narrowness between the hip bones. Really pulling in around the rib cage here. And creating opposition between your head and your sit bones. So create that length for me. Let's stay here, take a big breath in, connect everything, wrap it and connect it. I'm going to exhale, hover those knees up, inhale to hold, and we're going to put them back down. Oof. Everything's working there, big breath in. Exhaling, we're going to come up. We're going to inhale, hold. And we're going to take them back down. We just got 2 more like that. Big breath in for me. Create downward force into the arms as you lift those knees. Nice big exhale. Hold it here. And we're going to bring it down. Great work. 1 more. Nice big breath in. Exhale. We're going to go up. Now I'm going to hold it here. Keep holding, keep breathing. Hold and breathe. Ready? And we're going to lift one leg up just a little bit. Whoop. And bring it back down. Let's do that on an exhale. Try your other leg. Bring it down. And again, lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. 1 more. Lift. Lower. And bring it down. Little stretch. Good. Now, going to have a little bit more challenge to that. If you want a break, take a break. You want to challenge, do the next bit. Here we go. So we're lifting up. As we take the leg back now, you're going to straighten that leg. So a set of 6, I'm going to alternate from side to side. Give me a big breath in here. Up we go with our exhale. And we lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. And give your arms a little shake. Well done, everybody. That one is good. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, you can do another set later on and add pulses. But we've got tons to fit in today, so I'm going to move swiftly on. But that's quite a nice core challenging exercise. Okay, now let's just go into a little bit of a stretch with those legs again, a little bit more balancing work. So we're going to come on up, just to give the arms a bit of a break, and we're going to take 1 foot on the front of the chair like this. And we want to be about a pace back. So not too far, but not too close. So actually I'm just going to hop back a little bit here. So I've got a nice bit of space. Reach the arms forwards and give yourself a breath in. As you exhale, we're just going to hinge forwards. And again, we're just getting a little bit of work through the knee joint, through the ankle joint. And now we're just really feeling this tall openness through the body again. Bring it back. Reach up through your ears. I want energy down through that back heel as well. We're really connecting big toe and heel together. 1 more. Now we're going to hinge forwards. We're going to do a little bit of a balance. So as you hinge, you're going to roll your heel up and we're going to be onto the ball of the foot. So it's hinge, roll. Bring it down and back. Nice big exhale as we go forwards. Roll it up. Bring it down. Take it back. Just a couple more. Exhale, we hinge. And roll. Bring it down. Take it back. 1 more. Exhale, we're going to hinge. And roll. Take it down. Bring it back. Good. We're going to add a little bit of a step up now. So if you want to stay here with a little balance and a hinge, please do. If you want to challenge, we are going to go fully up onto the chair, so just be aware that this is a lot more balance work. If you want a little bit more support, you can move your chair towards the wall, so you can just take some support from the wall with your hand, but please be careful. So we're reaching forwards, and we're just really focused on this connection through the thigh, through the foot, and energy coming from our roll and lift from our glutes here. So nice big breath in. We exhale, roll and lift. Inhale, control that back down. So we're going to hinge, roll and lift. Inhale back down, 2 more if you can. Keep the body really straight. Avoid that temptation to look down, eye line up, collarbones open. We hinge, eye line up, roll and lift. And we're going to bring that back down. Just one more go for me. And back. Great work. So we're going to do that on the other side. So again, you want to be about a pace away from the chair. We're lined up with the sit bones of our body, and the foot is securely into the middle of that chair. And just make sure that you're not rotating this back leg. So really focusing on having all the toes forwards. And it's going to feel a bit more wobbly on one side than it did on the other side. So if you need the wall, move closer to the wall. Okay, we're reaching forward, square the shoulders off. Hinging first, keep the heels down, bring it back. So taking that time to connect and feel how far you can go, having that little stretch, exhaling, bringing it back. Last 2. And last 1. Now we're going to add our roll. So stay really tall for me, connecting to those core muscles and keep the collarbones wide. So we hinge and roll up that back foot. Bring it back with an inhale, exhaling. Hinge and roll it up. Bring it back down. And again, lovely big exhale. Hinge and roll it up. Control that return down. We're going to hinge and roll. Now we're going to go for it. Ready? If you can, go for it. Nice big exhale, hinge and roll, and we lift and control it down. And again for 2. Bringing it down. And for 3. Keep that height through the spine. It's going to really help you. 1 more for 4. Hinge, roll, and lift. And bringing that down with control. Well done, everybody. Good, so we've got a little bit of a core section now. So we're going to come back down onto the mat, and you're going to have your legs on the chair. So you don't need a cushion for this one unless you want one. And we're going to just lie ourselves down. So bring yourself down, and we're going to scoot in a little bit. So we'll scoot it down like this. And we're just going to keep the pelvis quite neutral. So I'm just going to have a quick peek at my knees and check that they're lined up with the bones of my pelvis. Feet are relaxed, not really doing anything with those at the moment, they're just chilling out. And I've got myself, the bottom is slightly behind the knee, it's not right under. So I'm just going to reach my arms slightly behind me, but I want to get this rib cage engagement. So I've got a little tiny lumbar arch here, but my ribs are soft and heavy, collarbones open. Breathing in, start the chin to nod. As you exhale, we're going to slide the ribs towards the pelvis. We're going to keep that pelvis level and neutral as you flex forwards. Bring it back down. And again for 2. Bring it back. 3. Really nice. So we're just really gently warming up those tummy muscles a little bit more for 4. And back. And 5. And back. Now we're going to lift up your left leg as you come up this time. Exhale. Floating forwards, keep the knee bent, leg comes to tabletop. Bring it back down. We're going to stay with that left leg for me, everybody. And for 2. Really trying to keep that neutral pelvis. Focusing on your breath with your movement. 2 more. 1 more. We've got the same side, and we do 5 more. We're going to straighten that leg. Now you might be rolling into a little bit more of an imprint. You might be scooping in a little bit more as you straighten that leg. 3 more. And 2. And for 1. Now we're going to take the hands behind the head. Stay up if you can. Stay with me here. Stay in this scoop, a little bit more connection, drop the rib cage in. We're going to take the leg to the side just a little bit, exhaling. Bring it towards the midline as you inhale. 2, bring it in. Stay up there if you can. 3, bring it in. 4, and in. 5. Now we're going to release this right hand. Your left leg goes to the side of the chair. We're going to add a little bit of obliques. Exhale and reach. And 2. stretch it over, go to the side of the leg for 3, and 4, and 5, and we return to the mat. So we're going to do that all on your right leg. Readjust, make sure you're centered, arms reach the ceiling, shoulders steady, pelvis is in neutral. Breathing in to nod the chin. Over we go with an exhale for 5, and 4. Just sliding those ribs in and down. And again, at this point, we're going to stay really neutral. Last 2, as much as you can with that pelvis. Straight legs. So now we go into a little bit more of an imprint, gently allowing the pelvis to tip backwards into the mat, but deepening that abdominal connection so you can get a little bit more stretch. Last 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it here, stay with me, hands behind the head. We're going to hold and scoop, tummy in tight, move the leg away from the midline as you exhale, bring it in, and 3 more, and 2, and 1. Take it out, reach your left arm, and we add those obliques for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in and down. Take a stretch, wiggle the toes. All right, now we're going to do a little bit more thoracic mobilization. So come on up, and I quite like this one. You're going to need your cushion if you've got a hard chair. So grab your cushion if you've got a hard chair. So let's face this way. And first of all, just sit on the front of the chair. Now we're just going to slide down and go to your mid-thoracic area. So that's basically your thorax, your thoracic area is anywhere with a bit of ribs on it. So we're going to be sort of mid-height, ladies, it's just below bra line. Guys, it's just sort of under the chest, into the middle of your back here. We're going to lace the fingers and place them behind the head. Move the feet forward so you're in a comfortable position with the legs bone distance apart again, so lined up here. And we're just going to let that butt drop down. It should feel quite nice. Stay there, take a breath in, and we don't want to completely let go of the rib cage. We're not letting the ribs go on holiday here. Let's have a little bit of connection, so wrapping that rib cage in, find your core muscles for me. Now I'm going to roll up gently. Shrink your bum cheeks and push firmly into the floor as you roll up. Then we're going to articulate that back down. And again, roll it up. And roll it down. And peel and roll it up. And gently roll it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, we gently lower. We got 2 more. Bring it up. Bring it down 1 more. We're going to lift and hold. Stay here. Now, lifting 1 leg up for me. Exhale. 6. We're going to alternate to the other side. For 5. 4. Keep those butts up. Bums working really hard. For 3. 2. Keep looking at your thighs. And 1. Hold it here. We're going to roll it down. 1 leg is up and roll up. Single leg press. 2. And 3. Stay up there. We're switching legs. Loads of glutes here, everybody. Roll it down. And up for 3. And 2. Nice big exhales for me. Up we go. 1. Feet down. Roll it down. And slide yourself to the mat. So those are great, but they're good, nice hard work. Now we're going to still stay facing away from the chair for this next one. And you want to be able to reach your legs underneath. So if you've got a chair with a crossbar, this one might not work for you. You might need to just do some hip rolls on the mat or something and then catch up with us, because we need to be able to slide the legs under and move them. So I want you to have your hands with your fingertips facing forwards like this. And we're just going to take 1 leg up in a kneeling lunge. Now we're going to be really working into the glutes and hamstrings on this one, as well as your triceps. So really pressing into those arms. Give me a big breath in. As you exhale, we're going to push firmly into your up leg and want to lift into the hips again. So we lift up, all the way up, bring it back down. So you're trying to create that straight line for me. Exhale, come all the way up, create the straight line, bring it back down. Just 2 more on this side, up we go. For 2, bring it back. 1 more, for 1, bring it back. Now, we're going to stay on this side for a little bit of endurance. What I want you to do next is, as we go up, we're going to be lengthening the leg out just for 3 counts. So we go up for 3, lengthen that leg, bring it in, and 2, and in, and 1, take it up as far as you can, and bring it down. Let's change sides, give those hands a little shake, roll the shoulders, and we're ready to go on the other side. Grab some water if you need to. Okay, other leg comes up, we're in a kneeling lunge. You want to have the leg lined up with the pelvis, and we want to make sure that you're not rotated. So we're going to just draw that hip back a little bit. Get that feeling of drawing the femur back into the socket here. So we're nice and squared off under this chair, lovely open collarbones, and keep that light shining forwards from your breastbone. So we've got this openness as much as you can keep it. Take a big breath in. We're going to go up for 4 counts first. Ready? Up we go. 4, right up. Bring it down. 3, 2, 1, and back. Now we're going to go up and we're going to stretch that leg out. So everybody ready? Big breath in, and up we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And taking it down and having a little breather. Give those hands a shake. Nice. Now, a little bit more core work coming up. I'm just going to grab a quick sip of water before we do that. How's everyone doing? We all still there? You all still alive? Okay. Now I'm going to be lying down on the mat, and you're going to have your legs supported on the chair. So go ahead and scoot down for me and take the legs up onto the chair like this. And we're going to have them straight, so you don't want to be too close to the chair. So I'm just going to move back a little bit here, and I've got my legs reasonably straight at the moment. Reaching the fingertips up to the ceiling, I'm going to start to take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, we can bend the knees slightly. We want to roll through, and we can hold on to the back of the legs. Stay here for a moment to breathe in, and exhale to roll it back down. So we're working through that imprint, going into a nice big scoop and getting tons more connection. Inhale to lift up, find that ribcage sink down. As you exhale, continue to roll the ribcage towards the pelvis and lengthen up. We can go up a little bit higher here. Inhale to stay, see if you can lift the breastbone. And exhale, we're going to roll that back down. Now, you can stick with rolling gently and just stay with that level. If you would like to do a little bit more, here's the next bit. We're going to not touch the legs, so you might want to move a tiny bit further away again, and we're going to roll through and reach into your teaser. So we inhale to start to lift the arms. Exhale to roll through, reach for the toes. Inhale, lengthen for the ceiling. Exhale, back down. Lift up, roll through, reach, and roll it back with control. We're going to do one more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, reach, roll, and back down we go. Now we're going to add some leg lifts. So we're going to come through into our teaser. I want you to stay here, keep reaching for your feet. If you need to, you can hold to the side of the chair if you want to do some lifts here, or we can reach a little bit more challenging. So we're going to do a little set of 6. 6, 5, hold the chair if you need to. 4, 3, 2, 1, reach and control that roll down. So the next one, we're adding our obliques. Inhale, start to come up. Exhale, we roll through. Now, as we take the leg to one side, we're going to rotate to the other side. Reach and stretch. Last one, reach and stretch. Reach and stretch. Lift and return it down. And take a little breather. So we're going to stretch those arms out, give the legs a little wriggle. Now stay down here, and we're just going to scoot in So we're doing a little bit more hamstrings, as if we haven't done enough hamstrings and glutes today. It's always good to do tons of glutes and hamstrings. Okay, let's take it onto the mat. So you want quite a nice bit of support under the backs of your calves. So if you want to, at this point, you could go grab that cushion and put it under the thighs, but you don't want it to scoot around because you want that support on the chair. Flex your toes towards your shins, so we're dorsiflexing at the ankle joint. And we want to be not too close to the chair, but you want to have that feeling of the knee and the hip pretty much lined up here. Okay, arms nice and relaxed by the mat, and you're breathing in to prepare. I'm going to start in our neutral pelvis, so we've got that little bit of arch, the ribs are soft, and we've got that lovely long feeling through the spine. As you exhale, start to roll the pelvis backwards. Now we're going to really connect into these glutes. Push firmly down into the chair with your thighs, your calves, and peel up. Keep the breastbone quite soft, so we're not arching up. We're keeping this long neutral position, tons of glutes. Stay there to breathe in and roll it back down. We're going to articulate as much as you can. So I want you to get that real feeling of lots of energy through those thighs, lots of energy down through the calves and connection through your thighs. If you felt a little bit close, then you can scoot back a little bit if you want to. So we're going to take a big breath in. And again, up we go. Articulating bone by bone, pushing firmly through the heels. Stay here to stay lifted. And we're going to roll and peel down bone by bone, releasing the tailbone to the floor. Give me a big breath in. We're going to do one more. As you exhale, gently articulating up, tightening into those bottom muscles. Lift your hips. Stay here to breathe wide. And exhaling, we're going to roll and peel back down. Just give those legs a little rub and a shake, because we are going to do a little bit more. So this time we're going to be rolling up with one leg lifted up to the ceiling. So I'm going to keep one leg on the chair, and the other leg I want to go pointing into my toes. So I'm going to go plantar flexion, but the leg on the chair is dorsiflexed. If you can't do both at once, do what you can. It's no biggie, but it does help to have one dorsiflexed and one plantar flexed if your feet will do that. So hands down by your sides, and again we've got tons of engagement in both legs now. So really lifting up those glutes, and we want to really feel that wrapping in from the hip bones and the rib cage. Give yourself a big breath in. As you exhale, we're going to articulate through lots of energy down through that heel. Now reach to the ceiling. This leg's going really high up here. Stay here to breathe in. And exhale, we've got lots of control as we roll back down. 2 more times. Really energizing this lengthened leg and reaching through your toes. Up we go with a big exhale. Stay lifted. Big breath in. And controlling that return. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in here. Connect and regroup the shoulders. As you exhale, we're going to roll it up. Find those glutes. Stretch into your leg as you breathe in. And exhale to roll it down. Hello, hamstrings. All right, we're going to do that on the other side. Square off. You might have shifted. Let's make sure the shoulders and everything's lined up. Reach the toes. So pointy toes on this side, curly toes on the other side. Plantar flex, dorsiflex. Shoulders are in a good place. Take a big breath in. Lots of exhaling. Up we go. Roll and articulate through. I want you to get that feeling of peeling. Now reach that foot as high as it will go. Big stretch. Big breath in. And exhaling to control that return down. Big breath in here. Exhale. Firm pressure down through that leg. Tons of connection in your glutes. Reach through your foot as much as you can. Big breath in. And exhaling to control that back down. One more. Wide, deep breath. Up we go. Hold it. Big stretch. Breathing in. And exhale to control it down. And give those legs a little rub. Great work. Now we're going to stay rolled on our sides for the next little bit, because we're going to do some side leg work and some side planking. So again, for this one, have a little go at the first couple. And what you can do is, if you do need more support with your side plank, just actually go grab a couple of extra pillows and you can roll them up and put them under your rib cage to support you, or even put more pillows under your forearm to support you, whatever feels better. So come on down onto the mat with me, and want you to find a nice secure position. Let's move this back a fraction. We're going to have one leg up here and the bottom leg is bent. So we've got this long line through the spine, and we're just lifting in with those deep abdominal muscles here. So I want you to do lots of energy down through this arm on the floor. So connect and lengthen for me. We're going to be pushing up into a side plank, so we're going to need to be pressing into this bottom knee. So just check that when we press up, this bottom knee is in a good place so that we can lift that top leg up in a minute. So long line from your head to your foot, and this arm's just reaching out to the side. Take a big breath in for me. We're going to go up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted, 4 little lifts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Now we're going to do a little bit more. So we're going to lift up with your exhale. Hold it here, big breath in. Stabilize top leg, exhale, bottom leg reaches. Inhale, we bend in. Exhale, we control it down. Exhale up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, reach and stretch that leg. Bend it in with an inhale. Exhale down. Inhale to regroup. Exhale, up we go. Hold it there, breathing in, stay strong. Exhale, reach. Inhale, the leg comes back and we control it down. Another one like this, and we're going to stay up there and add a little bit more if you can, okay? So stay with me. Big breath in. Exhale up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, reach. Take the top hand behind your head. We're still stretching. We're going to add some obliques. Bend your bottom knee in and rotate. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, reach, and down. Whew. Well done. Are you all still with me? Okay, we're going to need to do that on the other side. So let's swing the chair around and take it to the other side here. Okay, guys. Here we go. So gently bring yourself down. And again, we're just going to check that position so that when you're on this side, we can lift up into your plank. Just check you're in a good place to lift that leg and come back down again. Okay, so here we go. Reaching through the spine, drawing this rib cage in for me. Lovely long line. Up we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now I'm going to come up and reach that leg. So up we go. Exhale, inhale, hold. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, down and lower. So if you felt you're a bit far away from the chair, which I did then, you can scoot in a little bit so you've got more support. We're going to come on up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. And exhale, control that return down. And again, lifting up, exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, in. Exhale, down. And again, lifting up for me. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, reach. Inhale, in. Exhale, down. So we're going to hold and stay and add your rotation on the next one. So give me a big breath in here. And exhale up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, reach. We're going to inhale, stay, put the hand behind the head. Add your rotation. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And one side is always side, isn't it? So, whew, glad that one's over with. Good fun. Now, I quite like this next one. It is a little bit more whole body strengthening, and it's quite a lot of triceps. So, come on with me, and we're just going to be on the chair. We're not doing tons of reps here, we're just keeping it small. So the first set, we're going to go into a frog position. So I'm literally like this. I've got my heels together and my knees apart. So scoot the bum, hands are facing forwards. And again, I want you to keep that really long, tall feeling through the body. Scoot the bottom forwards and keep the heels together. Drop the tailbone to the floor, but keep the breastbone lifted up. And we're just going to gently do a little tricep dip. Push it up. Little down. And up. Little dip, little lift. Two left. One more. And up. Now, you can do another set of these. The next one is a little bit bigger and it's a larger range of motion. And it's more movements, it's more extension at the shoulder girdle. So if you know you struggle with extension at your shoulder girdle like this, then go ahead and just do another set of the little frog dips. So here's the next one. You put the hands on the chair. We're going to walk out. We're in a little bit of lateral rotation here. Just make sure my hands are in a good place. And now, drop the tailbone to the floor, sit tall. We're going to come all the way down as you inhale and all the way up as you exhale. Dip the bottom all the way down as you inhale. And all the way up as you exhale. Now if you're struggling to go down, put a cushion under your bum so you don't have to go all the way. 3 more in. And up. And again, inhale down. Exhale, power through, lift it up. One more inhale. And all the way up for me. Walk those feet back in. And give your hands a shake. We're nearly there, everybody. You guys are doing so well. So we're going to do some side bending. So we're going to have the chair to the side and we're just going to do a couple of reps of each just so you can get some movement. Take the hand onto the middle of the chair and the hand's going to be facing at a diagonal. And for this one again, you don't want the cushion because you don't want the cushion to scoot out. So nice firm support hand on the chair. We're going to walk the feet out to the side and I've got my top leg in front of my bottom leg. But the feet, if I come closer actually, my feet are sort of one slightly in front of the other. So one foot's there and the other foot's just ever so slightly behind it. So they're sort of, if I was to show you on my hands, they're staggered like this. Here we go. Top foot forwards, bottom foot back. Lots of support. So we're going to start in our long line, lengthen up through the ears. With an exhale, we're going to dip the hips. Now I want you just to turn the head and look at the feet. Inhale to come up. One more. Exhale. And up. Now we're going to go the other way. Over. And back. And over. And back. Now we're going to add a little twist. So we exhale, scoop. Bring it up. Scoop. Bring it up. Now for those in Pilates enthusiasts who know your full twist, we're going to go into the full twist. So we're going to dip and lift. Exhale, scoop. Bring it up. We rotate the upper body a little bit. Inhale over to the side and exhale back to your neutral. Good, so let's do that all on the other side. Bring your chair around. We place it. We put our hand at a slightly 45-ish degree angle. Walk your legs out carefully. Top foot is in front of bottom foot and the feet are staggered and very close together. Reach your arm up. Hold it there as you breathe in. Exhale, we dip, look to the feet. Inhale up. Exhale, dip. Look at the feet. Inhale up. Exhale, laterally flex, look at the hand. Inhale, neutral. And laterally flex, we look at the hand. Inhale, neutral. Now we're going to scoop. Exhale, head to tail, articulate through. Inhale, tail to head, bring it up. One more like that. Exhale, head to tail through. Inhale, tail to head up. Full twist. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Rotate a little bit. Over we go on your last inhale and exhale to regroup. Very good work. Now, if you've still got some energy, we've got one last one before we finish. I know we're nearly there. So, last little bit. What I want you to do is, this is kind of your grand finale. So, if you're feeling brave today, we're going to climb onto the chair. We're going to take the hands to the floor and you're going to walk your hands forwards. And so what we're going to do is have the toes tucked under and the knees hanging off the chair. And we're just going to come to a point where we can lift the breastbone and come into a straight line here on the floor. Take a big breath in for me. As you exhale, send the sit bones up to the sky. Hold it there, take a big breath in. And exhaling, bringing it back. Lift the breastbone, inhale, lovely long line, and again 2 more. Exhale, reach the tailbone up to the sky, hold it here, big breath in. And we're going to gently let that come back down. Inhale to hold it, we're nearly there, last one. Exhale, reaching up, head between the arms, tailbone high. Inhale to hold, and exhaling to bring it back down. And then we're just going to carefully climb off the chair. Put your bum on the chair. Give those shoulders a circle and a roll. We're just going to have a little bit of a breathe. Big breaths in and out. Big breath in, stay tall for me. As you exhale, we're just going to melt down to where you feel comfortable. You can go all the way and have a little dangle if you want to. Stay here to breathe in. And exhaling to come up. Little roll of the shoulders, lift the breastbone and stretch. Bring the arms forwards and dangle. Lift the breastbone and stretch, big breath in. And release. And give yourselves a very big clap, especially if you did all those exercises. Well done you, because some of those were quite challenging, and thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you next Friday for another workout. Thanks very much, everybody. Bye.